Hi, I'm Mike from Scoutadelic, and how can you make your own fantasy camp? Find out. Hi, I'm Mike from Scoutadelic, and this year, spice up your scouting, do something different, subscribe to the channel. Simple as that, it's free to do so, and you're going to get tons of activities, ideas, games, sustainability, everything like that, all on this channel, and it's on different playlists as well. So go on, subscribe, it's for free, helping me out, and we're hoping to hit 10,000 subscribers this year, so please do so. Today I'm going to show you how to do a really simple activity, which is fantasy camp planning. Now, as leaders, we all know the ups and downs of camping and planning that camp. How many meals are you going to cook? What are you going to cook? Where are you going? What's the locations? What activities are you going to do? All these different things. And most of the time, the scouts and the cubs and everyone else have no idea what goes into it. So this activity gives them kind of a twist because they're planning what they think would be a really cool camp. And then afterwards, you can actually reflect, but you can also steal their ideas because you kind of know what they really want to do. So when you next plan your camp, your youth shapedness, by actually including some of the activities that they use in this. It's a little bit like see how they plan stuff, but also it's getting some information that you can maybe use in future camps. So the task is very simple, get them into their patrols or their sixes, and they've got to plan a camp. Now they can do this visually, as in like a drawing, they can do this in various different ways, and they're going to have to do a presentation to the group on what their basically their camp is like. So they're planning for a week-long trip, or if it's cubs, you can obviously do that shorter, depending on how you feel, but a week-long trip, which should include around about 10 cubs or scouts, and 4 leaders. Same with explorers, let them do this. Actually, let them do their camp. They should be doing their camps, not leaders, okay? So it's got to be inclusive for all of the troop that they have. So it can like sort of be like, well, if you've got a disabled scout, for example, well, it has to include them. It has to have activities that they can actually do. It's got to be a reasonable cost. With the cost of living and everything else going all over the place, well, it's got to be on a good budget that people can afford to do, because otherwise you're not going to get those 10 scouts going. Food. What type of food? What's the menu going to be like? Are you going to be buying like sort of food at the start? What mixture of meals are you going to do? Some will say pot noodles, some will say McDonald's, but then they've got to work out that cost. And leaders, you can help them out. So if they are thinking about, you know, going to, I don't know, Centre Parks or McDonald's or wherever, then let them know how much that actually cost will be. So like a main meal at McDonald's is going to be, what, £5 per person? How many, you know, you've got at least 14 people, you're doing it all 7 days a week. Is everyone going to enjoy that? They need to do 3 interesting activities. So that could be the usual scouting thing of archery, but then it could be anything. That's the idea of this, is the scouts can actually go and create their fantasy camp. And then you can steal those ideas, hopefully. And finally, transport. How are they going to get there? How are they going to get back? And if the activities are off-site, where are they going to go and how are they going to get there? So once they've done all that, they do a presentation. Now some obviously will do a physical, some might do like an A3 sheet of paper and draw it out. Some might actually do a design, so actually like a 3D model of what it's going to look like. Let them be creative, that's what it's all about. And also, once they've presented it, then find out how many people are interested in it, and then also tell them the pros and also the cons. Okay, so the pros, what was good about it? So that was a really good presentation, really like the idea about this, okay, however, this that you've put in, so like McDonald's, well, that's going to be a massive cost, and that's going to be XYZ, and so on and so forth. Try not to be too harsh on them, but give them the pros and the cons, so they actually know that actually they've done some really good things, but these things are going to cost a lot. Are people going to spend like sort of over £1,000 to go on a week-long camp? So little things like that. It's a really fun activity to do. It's really simple as well, and it gets them being creative. So there we are, a really fun one for you. If you like that, then give it a thumbs up. Otherwise, I'll see you again soon for another one of these. Bye.